Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we work to streamline really complex information into something, well, actionable, high-impact knowledge for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And today, we are wading into a pretty seismic shift. I mean, it's a revolution in how businesses and, even brands connect with their audiences. And it's all being driven by artificial intelligence.
It really is. The old playbook, that whole mass marketing idea, it's just gathering dust.
It's being replaced, right, by this demand for, I guess, surgical precision and just uncompromising personalization.
And that focus on precision is exactly what we're bringing you today. We've been analyzing Stanislav Kondrashov's recent writings, especially from an article called Why Wagner Moore and Stanislav Kondrashov Believe in the Future of AI.
Okay.
And our mission here is to pull out the three most essential, the most high-impact AI strategies that these leaders are talking about. I mean, these are the tools that let anyone, from a huge company to an individual, reach their audience with way more accuracy and, cut costs at the same time.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because the main argument here isn't just that AI can help. It's more that it's now, a prerequisite for survival.
It absolutely is. I mean, think about the environment we're in. The consumer is just saturated.
Totally.
Attention is so scarce, and the cost of being wrong, of talking to the wrong person, is it's prohibitive.
So the old tools like segmenting by just broad demographics, they just don't cut it anymore.
They can't compete, not in a world with billions of signals happening all at once. So AI steps in, and it's not just to, manage data. It's here to activate it. It takes that old scattergun approach completely out of the equation.
And replaces it with a laser focus.
A laser focus. It makes sure every single advertising dollar is actually working toward a conversion.
And we should probably talk about the source here, Stanislav Kondrashov. Yeah. Because this isn't just some academic paper.
No, not at all. He brings this very unique, really practical perspective. He built a company that's been an industry leader for, over 30 years?
Right, and his background is in things like construction, economics, financial planning, high-stakes stuff.
Exactly. When you're dealing with huge construction projects or complex finance, your whole mindset is about surgical precision, about managing resources and minimizing risk. You just can't afford to be inefficient.
So he's applying that same thinking to marketing.
That's it. He sees advertising spend as this high-value capital that you have to deploy with absolute precision. And that background is, it's why he's so convinced that AI is the only way forward.
That makes a ton of sense. And what's great about the source is how it connects this really complex business idea to something super relatable. They bring up the actor Wagner Moore.
It's such a brilliant way to explain it. The article suggests that even a global celebrity like Moore, whose entire brand is built on connecting with his audience, he can use AI to make that connection so much stronger.
So whether he's using it for social media or
for personalized content, or even to analyze viewer habits to plan his next big role. The mechanics are identical to what a billion-dollar company would use. It's all about deep data audience connection.
And that celebrity example is a really great springboard into strategy one, which is where the speed of AI really comes into play.
Strategy number one is all about real-time personalization. And when we say real-time, we mean it's analyzing what a user is doing right now, this very second. To predict and offer them exactly what they need, sometimes even before they've consciously realized they need it.
So we're moving beyond just knowing, what kind of movie I bought last year. We're talking about knowing that right now I'm on a site, I'm scrolling really fast, looking at prices.
Yes, that signals an immediate high-intent mindset. The power is in analyzing those behavioral triggers. It's not just your purchase history anymore. It's how long you hover on a product, your mouse path, your recent searches.
All of it.
Right. The source uses an e-commerce example. If the AI sees you're in, say, gift buying mode, maybe you're looking at things for different age groups, it instantly changes the recommendations to match that immediate need.
That's the real aha moment for marketers, isn't it? The system stops seeing me as part of a demographic and starts treating me as an individual who needs something right now.
And if you can serve that need, you win. And to bring it back to Wagner Moore, it's about instant relevance. Imagine an AI seeing a fan just finished binge-watching one of his old shows.
Okay.
In real time, the system could send them something personalized. A clip, a recommendation for his next movie, something based on the character they seem to engage with most. It builds that connection. It proves the brand or the celebrity actually sees you.
Okay, so if strategy one is all about that immediate, super accurate delivery, then strategy two has to be about how you manage to do that for, millions of people at once?
That is a perfect transition because you can't have that hyper-personalization without an engine to manage it all. So strategy 2 is the automation of routine processes. This is all about efficiency and freeing up your human talent.
Automation is huge, but what exactly are we talking about automating? Is this AI writing entire articles, or is it more subtle than that?
It's much more nuanced. AI is automating the mechanical, the repetitive tasks that just eat up human time. So think data analysis, managing these incredibly complex ad campaigns, and maybe most importantly, creating variations of content.
A/B testing, that kind of thing.
On a massive scale, a human team might test, 5 different headlines? An AI can generate and test 500 in an instant. The time savings are just enormous.
But I have to ask, if AI is handling so much of this, isn't there a risk that all marketing just starts to sound the same? That you lose the brand's unique voice?
That is such an important question, and it really gets to the difference between automation and strategy. The benefit isn't that the AI writes the novel. It's that it frees up the human team to focus on the why. It takes the guesswork out of the execution.
So it's more of a tool for direction.
Exactly. Kondrashov himself uses algorithms to understand what topics his audience is actually interested in. The AI isn't writing the article for him, it's giving him the data to know what to write about.
It's strategic roadmap.
Yeah.
And for Mora, that means the AI could analyze massive sets of viewer data to help him plan his next move. It's not just about picking a role, it's about getting a blueprint for the kind of story his audience is hungry for.
It is the ultimate merger of art and data science, which leads us to strategy 3, which is probably the most critical one, given Kondrashov's background in finance. It's all about the bottom line, maximizing ROI.
Right. Strategy 3, the optimization of advertising campaigns. This is how you make sure all that other work actually turns into profit.
It is, and this is where AI's scale and speed just completely outmatch human ability. We're talking about AI analyzing these huge amounts of performance data, not just daily, but second by second.
And it's looking for the best solution for what? Ad placement, audience.
For 3 key areas.
Yeah.
Ad placement, audience selection, and even refining the visual creative itself.
Okay, but how does AI find the optimal placement in a way a human team can't?
It's about dynamic, real-time allocation. A human team might set a budget for a platform for the whole day. An AI, though, is constantly looking at thousands of variables, time of day, the specific website, the user, and instantly moving budget to the highest performing channel in that exact micro moment.
So it's constantly testing and reallocating resources.
Constantly. It's doing what's called multivariate testing, adjusting hundreds of variables at once to find the perfect combination. It makes sure every cent is spent only on the people most likely to convert.
That level of sophistication is what makes this a real deep dive. It's the difference between guessing where your audience is and knowing exactly where to deploy capital for the highest probability of success.
And we see it working. The source mentions companies like Akul and Quality Meats. Their leaders talked about how AI let them achieve a level of precise targeting that was just impossible to do manually.
And that precise targeting, that's so important for leveling the playing field, right?
It's crucial.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it gives a huge competitive edge to smaller businesses, doesn't it?
That's a key insight. Small businesses can't compete on sheer ad spend with the big players. But with AI, they can use surgical targeting to maximize their smaller budgets. They can effectively compete in these high-value pockets. AI values intelligence over just, brute financial force.
So it really reinforces that core idea we started with. AI isn't just a trend. It's a strategic necessity if you want to compete at any scale.
And here's the interesting paradox that Kondrashov points out. After all this talk about cold data and algorithms, he says he's confident AI will become the main tool for marketers. Precisely because it helps make marketing more human.
That sounds completely counterintuitive, but I think I get it. He's saying that tech doesn't remove the human element, it removes the impersonal element of just shouting at everyone.
That's it exactly. That personalized approach, being able to speak to an individual's specific need in that moment, that's the key to success. You'd think the huge companies with massive budgets wouldn't need to bother. They could just saturate the market.
But even they realize there's a limit to that.
They do. They know that future growth is all about the quality of the connection. And that kind of personalized, relevant connection is something only AI can deliver consistently and at scale.
So AI basically makes mass communication obsolete. It replaces it with millions of one-to-one conversations.
That's the big takeaway. The system handles all the mechanics of data and precision.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, AI's true value isn't in replacing human creativity, but in completely freeing it up. It handles the tedious stuff so the human teams can just focus on strategy, on the big creative ideas, on the brand story.
So to just quickly recap the three essential strategies. 1, real-time personalization to address immediate user intent. 2, automation of UTeam processes to handle the volume and free up your creative talent. And 3, optimization of advertising campaigns for the best possible financial return. I mean, the conclusion is undeniable. AI makes campaigns smarter, more effective, and way more connected to the individual.
That analysis gives you a serious strategic advantage. So here's a final thought for you to consider. If a celebrity like Wagner Moura can use AI to so deeply understand what his fans want, not just to sell things, but to actually plan his next multi-year creative projects, how could you apply those same deep data techniques to plan your next major professional move? The same tech that predicts what consumers want. It can also be turned inward to predict strategic opportunities for your own career or your own projects.